It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And now let's go to Gordon Chang. Of course, his Twitter is Gordon G. Chang. Gordon, we just have a few minutes here, but boy, there's a lot of stuff about Tim Walz.
Yes.
And it gives new meaning to sleeping with the enemy, I guess, because he's accused of having this love affair with, now it turns out, with a Chinese Communist Party official's daughter. And apparently he was on the radar for a while. DHS has some internal messages about his background.
That he was a prospect.
Right, so that this guy gets picked. I mean, you can't make this up, Gordon.
Yes, the really significant story is that James Comer, the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, released that conversation among DHS staffers that showed that they were very concerned that the Chinese Communist Party would have hooks into Tim Walz. And that's a real indication that Tim Walz is a national security threat. Remember, if he's elected vice president, there is no security clearance review. This guy couldn't get a security clearance. He is going to be one heartbeat away from the Oval Office, which means that the Chinese Communist Party might actually have an agent in the Oval Office.
If I were Kamala, I wouldn't be sleeping very well.
Well, now, I mean, is that worse or better? There's got agents already from Iran and the Pentagon and other places.
State Department, too.
Yes, but it's one thing to have somebody in the Pentagon or, in some far-flung agency. It's another to have the President of the United States be an asset of an enemy power. And that's what it looks like right now. I mean, Tim Walz may be able to explain one or two facts away, but he can't explain away the pattern because he's had more than a quarter century of contact with the Communist Party's United Front Work Department, as we have heard from Daily Caller reporting, which they have investigated it and they have documented it case by case.
The other thing, too, he seems sympathetic. I mean, even if you look at not just his actions, which we've talked about, Gordon Chang, but his policies have been, they're not really a threat. I mean, that should be a big alarm bells to a lot of people.
Socialism is about being a good neighbor.
Yes. And also, he is actually taking high school students, American high school students, exposing them to Communist Party propaganda. That's what those trips to China were about. And those trips could not have occurred without the approval of the Communist Party's United Front Work Department, which is the part of the party that subverts foreign governments. And Tim Walz has had continuous contact with front organizations because we know this from the reporting. So clearly, this is a pattern that has existed to today when he's governor of Minnesota.
Yeah, that's a big issue. Gordon, thank you so much, and keep us posted. This is a very big concern, I think. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon.